Would you like to support Cubs Out Loud? One way is to join us over on Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, patrons get early access to our shows, the pre- and post-show, and various other rewards. You can learn more at patreon.com/CubsOutLoud. Thanks to all of our patrons for their support in making this podcast. It's Sunday, August 24th, 2024, or 5, whatever year it is. I'm Jeff.
Who's your bear? That's right. I am your bear.
I'm Damon.
I don't brew the tea, I just serve it.
And that makes me Gary.
Everyone else is thinking it, and I just say it.
Welcome to Cubs Out Loud, the Bear Podcast of Indeterminate Length, episode number 795. And I think I got confused because I said 24 before I said 2025, and then just the 24 flipped over. That's my excuse.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I'm sorry, folks. This is the last time we're doing this year, but it's time for this. As in the fact that we're talking about state fairs. Gary, which ones are we talking about this time?
In our triptych of visiting state fairs across the United States this late summer, we're actually going to hit 2 today. But we are sticking to the Midwest region because the Midwest is where our bellies are happiest. It tends to be where the stuff is fried, fatty, and full of carbs. So that's usually kind of the prerequisites for making us happy.
I mean, there's Texas. Wasn't that where fried butter came around?
I don't quite recall.
I think that was.
But I also, I mean, Texas is in the Midwest. It's just the southern Midwest, as far as I see.
Well, we won't discuss locations of stuff in the show, so we'll just continue on here. So, shall we head on over to our first state?
State fair.
In fact, technically, the state that we're going to go to, Damon and I don't have very far to go.
No,
We just a hop, skip, and jump.
Well, you didn't have far to go because the state fair ended on the 15th.
Oh, beside the point. Okay,
It was.
I'm just saying, if you were going to go, it's not that far away. It's
True, very
hop,
true.
skip,
Yeah, it
and
was
jump.
the 1st through the 15th was the Indiana State Fair, and so we've got a half dozen items to check out here that are kind of your non-traditionals in a way. And so, are we ready to get into the first one?
Let's do it.
All right. So the first one up is the Butterfinger funnel cake. So I'm going to be honest with y'all. This kind of is overwhelming visually. So it's by North American Midway Entertainment. It says, treat yourself to a Butterfinger funnel cake. Crispy golden funnel cake. Okay. Topped with smooth vanilla cream, crunchy Butterfinger pieces. It's considered a perfect mix of sweet, creamy, and crunchy in every bite.
No. That is a lie. Is completely incorrect.
Oh.
Because it's Butterfinger.
Okay.
Butterfinger is not creamy in any way. It is
Crunchy.
crunchy. It dry. It is, to me, super gross.
Okay.
If I want peanut butter with my chocolate, I'm going to go to the good peanut butter and chocolate, which is Reese's. Not this bullshit. No. You're using the wrong fan there, Damon.
No. Calling one good.
It is a fact.
Man, oh man. Maybe to you.
It is the
I
worst tasting type of peanut butter ever. And I've had some bad peanut butters. This is worse. This is awful. Gross.
so
This is a definite skip it.
so Jeff has made his voice heard. I actually wouldn't want this either, but not for
Not for the
the
same reason.
reasons that not for the same reason. I'm fine with Butterfinger. I'm fine with vanilla cream. I'm fine with funnel cake. But looking at this is a lot. And I'm not fine enough to be like, oh, I'll let's get this. I'll be blunt. I can get a funnel cake anywhere.
It does look
Mhm.
very shareable.
That's the one of the other parts too.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like it'll be shareable unless you like took like a bunch of knives and cut it up into like pieces, and then hopefully we're able to somehow like scoop them out onto plates. But
It's
this
more of
doesn't
just
look
everybody picks up pieces up as they eat, using utensils to do it, but still.
no.
It is,
Lame.
yeah, I would agree that if I did think that Butterfingers weren't horrendous, then this would be a thing that I would, it would get for a group. And I'm sure like a plastic knife or something probably still kind of break through and cut into bigger pieces, instead of just getting bits of big, because it's not like you eat a funnel cake like a sandwich or anything.
No.
So you would be breaking off pieces anyways.
Yeah. I will say I tend to like my funnel cake in more classic form with just like powdered sugar. Like that's my personal opinion. Like my personal preference is to just have funnel cake as it was originally intended, with like the fried dough and like a sprinkling of powdered sugar. Maybe a sauce, like a chocolate or a caramel or maybe a strawberry drizzle. But once we start adding all of this stuff onto it, it takes away why I'm getting this for me. I like the cake part of the funnel cake. Cake being. So that's us. Carrie.
It's a pass.
Mm.
And that's because I'm just gonna say it doesn't look appetizing.
Mm.
Like, all of your points are valid. Personally, I enjoy a Butterfinger like candy bar, but it's not my go-to. I kind of have to want it,
right?
Like, and it's probably because it was in a mixed bag of other candies, like the miniatures, and my other priority favorites are gone, and so I'm like, well, I'm craving something sweet and crunchy, so like this will do. But I don't.
Are gone. The Milky Ways are gone.
Yeah. So, but it just doesn't look good. Like, I don't know. It's wild. It looks like a garbage plate, and not in a good way. And so I'm not drunk enough, I'm not high enough, and I'm not hungry enough for this thing. Because there's a part of me that wants so badly to be like, but maybe you could have done it different but better. Like maybe you could have made the vanilla cream, which looks like Kewpie mayo that you just squirted all over it. Like maybe you could have made that more saucy than gloppy, like thick, and you could have put that in a cup on the side as a dipping mechanism, and then give me like another dipping cup of all the Butterfinger crunch pieces.
You wanted it to be all separated. You want to separate it.
Well, and I'm not usually like that. Like I'm a guy that likes to, have all my stuff together. Like, in some ways,
Mhm.
I like texture and difference, but I don't know. Like I saw this and I was like, "Yep,
It
that's a
looks like
thing."
it looks a mess,
Yeah.
and it doesn't help. And this is me, like I'm kind of like Gary. I'm okay with Butterfingers. Again, it's not my favorite, um, but it's a candy bar I like. Um, but like the problem with Butterfinger is the fact that it's very this like crunchy, like crispy something or another. And
Crystallized.
as I'm looking, yeah, and as I'm looking at this picture, I'm seeing how like again because it happens, that gets very like dusty almost. Powder. It's not powdery like powdered sugar. It just looks dirty. That's not really what I want to say in this, but like it. I'm looking at this picture and it's not a good picture. Like I can see like the chocolate, the dust of the Butterfinger on the chocolate pieces, but I don't see it anywhere else. So it's like they just like plop it on top. So
Yeah, it looks
again,
very much like when you're using Butterfinger as a topping of anything.
yeah,
Well,
So
I mean, to David's
it's
point, though,
fine,
it looks
but
like the bottom of the bag got dumped out on this.
yeah, yeah.
It does.
That's
It looks
kind of
like
what
you
it looks like.
like you had a bag of all the pieces, and
Mhm.
like how powder settles down to the bottom, and sometimes you
Right,
like that because like you're a fiend for Dorito dust or Cheeto dust or
right.
whatever, and
right,
so
right,
like you're
right.
licking all your fingers and just sticking them down in there, or just like I don't know, tipping the bag up, into your mouth, like you're a horse with a feedback. Anyways,
Well, like the
the point
proper
is,
way of finishing off a bag of chips. I mean, come on. That's how you're supposed
but
to
the
do
thing
it.
is it looks like they just took the bottom of the bag and just kind of whoop, like dumped it out. So
Yeah,
like to David's point,
yeah.
there's just all this powder and stuff on top, and I was like, really? Like I don't know. Like David, you have said it a couple times now in this series that like they're like the picture is it does
Key.
speak volumes, but like the food styling is also a big thing. So like
Right.
if you weren't a patron, you missed out on the pre-show where we were talking about drinks and what was like visually appealing about them in the same state fair. That
All
being
right.
said, I'm just like, eh.
I can pass it. I'm good. I can deny it. You're good. You can
Uh,
go.
I will,
I'll find something else.
despite not liking it just because of the ingredients, I do have to disagree with you on the presentation because this is what I would expect from this type of thing. Because when it comes to funnel cakes, it's you got the funnel cake and then you top it. And I can understand that the vanilla cream issue, but to me that's not an issue. I think it's fine because it's supposed to be a cream, not like a whipped cream almost, except not whipped. Um,
Mm.
and when it comes to the toppings, you're topping it. They've got a probably big old restaurant pan full of just broken up Butterfingers. They scoop some out and they put it on top and kind of spread it out a little bit. And then the cream is what basically allows it to kind of stick to the funnel
Right.
cake so you can get it all in one piece. So having it deconstructed, that would be a lot more difficult to eat, I would think. So presentation wise, it to me it's not an issue, but the fact is Butterfingers is that's pretty much the only issue.
I feel like maybe I'd be more interested if they combined this with like a rage room or something mechanism where I could like, crush the Butterfingers up with a hammer in a container or
Do
something.
it
And then like
yourself.
I would feel like invested in the process of
Wow.
making, I don't know. Anyways,
When you're
I'm
at a
good.
state fair, that's way too much work.
Yeah, I'm good. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
Moving on.
all right. So next up, we're staying in the sweet realm. Cookie Butter Cold Brew by Hook's Drugstore Museum.
Mm.
It's a vanilla cold brew with vanilla ice cream, topped with whipped cream, cookie butter drizzle, cookie crumbles, and a cherry.
I mean, while I
Uh,
appreciate the cherry, I don't think it's necessary for this type of dish, especially considering the
not,
ingredients. I would not
can,
think cherry alongside this type of dish or beverage. But otherwise, I mean, that's just like a slight nitpick. I'm not even caring too much about
yeah.
it, but I would buy this.
Mm,
I mean, to your point though, Jeff, I immediately when you were like, I don't know what cherry, I'm like, right. So how about I don't know, a chocolate straw, quote unquote. Do you know what I
or
mean? Like
Mm.
one of
like
those.
the pirouettes or the little wheel
Yes.
thing. Yeah. 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 Um,
I mean, even with the cherry, I would still get this. It's
yeah.
just the cherry just seems odd for this type of drink,
Right.
Mm,
but it doesn't mean it's
I,
bad.
I agree. I think
right.
it's trying to like I'm looking at this and like, is it trying to be a shake or is it
Mm,
trying to be like a cold brew? And it's sort of trying to be both in a way.
It
And because
it's
it's a cold brew,
it's cold brew. To me, it's like a cold brewed blended coffee drink.
yeah.
Is how I'm. Although it's probably not exactly like that, but that's how I'm feeling it is. I mean, in the end, I'm probably going to take a straw and kind of like try to mix everything together, anyways. Well, I'd
Right.
take the cherry out, eat the cherry,
Yes.
find an appropriate receptacle for the stem. But I'd probably do a little bit of drinking just to kind of sink everything down and start like mixing it together carefully.
Yeah. And that's kind of where my brain goes with this. So looking at this, the name is misleading, leading, because while it has cookie butter on top and the like it doesn't, the cookie butter is a drizzle. The cookie crumbles are after on top. You're not getting anything but vanilla and the coffee in the drink itself unless you mix it. So
true.
unless you like like Jeff said, unless you like actually mix it down, the cold brew that you're going to taste is going to be vanilla cold brew with vanilla ice cream. And unless you get like a lick of the whipped cream or you mix it in, all you're getting is that. So it's basically a vanilla cold brew sundae, not sundae, float almost with some cookie butter sprinkle on top.
I want to rip your
So for me,
floats.
I can pass. No, yeah, we'll pass. I'm good. I can get vanilla cold brew anywhere. Sorry.
That's fair. Yeah, I
Very.
I'm not a big coffee person, so like
Mm,
this doesn't pull me in, and the fact that it's vanilla cold brew. Now, if it was chocolate or mocha cold brew, I
And
probably
butter.
would be much more interested in it. But you have a very valid point to be like, if the cookie butter drizzle and the cookie crumbs are meant to be part of the flavor profile, why is it only like a topping, not
yeah.
the actual drink?
Like again, if they had drizzled, like if they drizzled the cup with cookie butter, like the cookie butter um drizzle, like they put it in a cup, like again, like a Jamocha shake or like a whatever,
Hmm.
where they like put
Mm.
it in the cup and then put everything together so that you would get a flavor of the cookie butter throughout. Right.
I'm not even sure what
That's
cookie
my
butter
experience.
tastes like.
So cookie butter is this is it Trader Joe's that like started it? Somebody started it and it was like such a fucking thing anyway.
Well,
What?
so most people, when they think of cookie butter, probably think of Biscoff.
Yeah.
So if you've ever flown back in the day, I don't know if anybody still does it now, and I think it used to be Delta, you could get Biscoff cookies.
Yeah. And I know
So
Southwest.
yeah, um, and it's kind of considered an alternative to like other spreads, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So as opposed to a
cookie
chocolate
butter.
spread, this one's, the more. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. I mean, it's kind of caramelly, but it's
Yeah.
sweet.
So here we go. Cookie butter is a sweet spread whose main ingredient is pulverized speculoos. Speculoos. Crunchy spice cookies made of cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, ginger, cardamom, and brown sugar, which produces a pleasantly spiced, crispy, caramelized gourmet cookie.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And you're not wrong, because Trader Joe's does have a speculoos cookie butter.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were the original, but I do remember the being really surprised to see Biscoff spread, quote unquote, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
So
Sorry. I'm looking. Thank you, Google, for giving my vote. One of the questions, like normally says, people also ask, and one of the questions is, what is the point of cookie butter?
what is the point? Wow.
Shady.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, all right. That's that.
All right. So let's jump over to Savory Land. No one should necessarily be surprised by this, but I want to have a conversation about what is described and what is pictured.
Yeah.
So this is
Okay.
the deep fried pork chop sandwich, a classic in Indiana. If you've ever been to Indiana, you know that like fried pork sandwiches, dinners are a thing. So
Right.
this is by Twisted Drinks and Food. It says deep fried barbecued pork chop sandwich is as exactly as it sounds. They season boneless pork chops with a dry barbecue rub, then deep fry them, serve them on a fresh bakery bun, and top it with yummy barbecue sauce.
Okay.
So, and then there's a picture, and there's an aesthetic picture. It's notably a promotional picture.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, huh. Because to me, this kind of looks like a pork patty
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to a pork chop, quote unquote.
Uh-huh.
And I think if you look really close, it doesn't. But if you're not looking like in depth, it looks like it's breaded
Right.
or coated in a breading of some kind. But then you read the description and it's not. So
Yeah, a closer look on that patty, it actually doesn't look breaded. But I will say this: this is definitely a photoshopped image or something,
Probably AI.
because maybe even one, the bun is too perfect. Actually, I'm going to roll that back. It looks like they got it from McDonald's. It is a very, very generic bun and does not look appetizing at all. The pork chop, quote unquote, it looks too perfectly fried or cooked. Actually, it doesn't. I'm not even sure how. It's hard to tell if it was actually fried or not. But the coloring and texture is too perfect.
Right.
Sauce. I'm not going to have any critiques about the sauce. The sauce looks okay, but it also looks lacking. This is a dry sandwich if it's anywhere near like this. And what you get will probably not be exactly like this. I think it actually looks like it would be extremely tough.
Yeah.
So while I like the idea, execution, especially based off of the picture, not great. It's bad. It's bad. This is one of the things where it would be like, I need to see what you actually get. Because even the ones that were food stylized in our previous stuff, it looked appetizing. It looked like what you might get, just beautifully presented.
Right.
This looks like they had a professional modeler create something, and
Right.
the buns are just way too perfect. If you get like if there were imperfections in this, I would probably be more appetizing to it, but this is way too perfect of a picture. It's versioning on the uncanny valley.
Mm-hmm.
So you're denying. You're saying no. You don't want that.
This is where I'm not sure. 'Cause I don't trust the picture.
Got it.
Based on the
Interesting.
picture, I would say pass, but I would also like to try. But I would have to see a more realistic picture or the thing in person to really. I mean, in the end, I would prefer a pulled pork sandwich over a pork chop sandwich.
Yeah. So,
And there's definitely not enough barbecue sauce for me on there. I need it saucier.
so getting like I opened the image in a new tab
Mm-hmm.
to like get a like look at this as I can.
I did the
zoomed
same.
in. And I'm a little mad because I feel like this is AI. So it's leaning into the AI like category for me, which I think is unfortunate considering like a state fair kind of ideal kind of thing. So yes, um, picture alone, I'm definitely a no. Like on the AI alone. Um, Having said that, if this is actual factual what this looks like, I'm not going to be the biggest fan of this because I kind of agree with Jeff. I think this will either be dry or it's going to be um, tough. And I don't want a sandwich that I have to like gnaw through to eat. I've got weak teeth now as it is. Like, but the thought of just like, and if it's two patties or pork chops, that's weird because I would only think you would only get one because they only mention one pork chop. Um, so why does the picture have two? Um, and finally, if what I'm reading, like not, I'm going to take the picture out of the way and I'm going to just go with what I'm reading. If I read what I'm going on what it says here, that sounds interesting to me. But like what you gave us in your colorful language, you denied us in your um, picture, your image. And I would be like Jeff, like if we were at the Indiana State Fair and we happened to walk past this place, I would need to like actually look at someone order this to get an idea of what it is.
Okay,
Whoa,
I
what in the
just
hell is that?
shared something with you. So I popped into Google's Gemini and asked it to create an image of a deep fried barbecue pork chop sandwich, and it gave me this.
Notably with the bone in.
Yeah, it includes a bone. And that looks way more appetizing. The bun itself has like imperfections. The deep fried part of it, it's a it looks more like something that I would expect be deep fried.
Mhm.
It has red onions on it. It has some lettuce. I see a little bit of barbecue
More
sauce
barbecue
seasoned
sauce?
on the bottom of the bun and the top of the bun. It looks like it was or both the buns are sauced.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
this looks way more appetizing than what they gave us. So I almost think what they showed was not AI and was just something that was really, really overly produced. Anyways, I'm going to stop soon. Sorry for the folks who can't see this. I don't have any way of just getting it onto onto the platform, but and all my prompt was create an image of a deep fried BBQ pork chop sandwich, comma, realistic, meaning the style being realistic. And that's the image that Gemini created for me.
We'll see. Yeah, but yeah, I'm good. Gary?
So all of your points are valid that both of you brought up. I do think the bun is too perfect. I think like the food styling is just a little over, as in like it's tried way too hard to make it so good. So yes, I want to try it. I'm willing to try it. The fact that it's 2 chops is very intriguing to me, but that's also where I'm like, for the size of a normal bun, like,
Right.
then the chops aren't necessarily that big, which is why I was thinking they were patties and not actual pork chops. It was a little confusing to me. So there's a part of me that's like, if this is popular at the fair and there's a line, I'm willing to get in the line, and then I'm going to be watching people walk past me with the actual product in hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then decide whether or not I want to go ahead and get it, because what they're going to hold is not this.
Yeah.
Because this picture is just
Gary, you
like,
and
to
I have
Jeff's
the
point,
same thought.
too perfect. So, and there's a part of me that's like, can we cut it in half? Can I ask the kitchen to like just right down the middle? I don't care. Like, just cut it in half and make two halves of it, because I feel like that will be a more enjoyable experience, because I'm a little concerned about the 2 pork chops sliding, like,
Yeah.
and not staying together necessarily. I don't know. Like, there's so many
Yeah.
things. There's questions and stuff. So I'm just kind of like,
And it doesn't have
I
any
don't know.
garnish. Like, even like a pulled pork sandwich has like pickles or something. You know, no little toppings. Like, even if it's just 1 or 2, like even a standard like chicken sandwich, fast food chicken sandwich has pickles. And if it doesn't have pickles, it's bad. Just
Well, I
something
mean,
else
this is
to go
very-
with it than just the barbecue
very,
and the pork chop.
Jeff, I hear you, but this is very middle of the road. There is no garnish because people don't like garnish. They don't want to be bothered with that. I think I think the 3 of us are being a little more foodie, like, inclined in our viewpoint and opinions and taste palette, because there's a part of me that's like, yep, this is totally right up the alley for general public. Nothing fancy about it. I mean, the fact that it's a dry rub and then deep fried is an intriguing part to me, because I'm like, is that what all that color is? Is that all dry rub? Because that's a lot of seasoning, and that might be too much for some people. But you know,
and the shape might be throwing us off, because they do say boneless pork chops, which most likely, if they were authentically doing it, they just basically cut off the bone. They boned it. Is their intention?
speaking of, Jeff, are you showing this sandwich image to people?
Oh, well.
We have been going on and on about this, and I looked at the live stream, and it's still.
I must have clicked a button or something, and the thing restarted or something. Sorry, I was. It was showing
busy
at the
going on
beginning
about the sandwich, and I'm like,
I didn't even notice I had
wow.
changed. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. The feed was so delayed, and I was like, damn, how delayed is it? We're still talking about the damn funnel cake. I'm like, never mind.
I must have done something that triggered the slideshow to move.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I apologize. But I was
But I
doing it
think
for a while.
I do think we might be a little too sophisticated for this one.
I mean, even so, like if I go down to my baser roots, as it were, um, it's still a no.
It's
Okay.
and it's still a
Yeah.
try for me. It's still a try, but I first need to see it first. Otherwise, I'm going to pass. Like I'd be like, okay, this is interesting. I want to take a look, see how it actually looks, and then I will decide
Right.
whether I'll actually get one or go halvesy on one. Like, who knows? Gary and I may end up going halvesy so we can both try it.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah. So I'm not 100% path on this.
I am. I'm good.
Yeah.
Speaking of potentially controversial foods, moving on to the next selection, which is in the savory part, is Dirty Dancing egg rolls. I have no idea why they're called Dirty Dancing. There's no Patrick Swayze. There's no Jennifer Grey. There's no Lee Baby alone. I don't understand what's happening here. There's no resort in the Poconos. But anyways, this is from J&J, A Taste of Home Catering and Food Truck. You get 2 4-inch chicken Philly egg rolls dipped in a homemade hot honey lemon pepper buffalo sauce drizzled with ranch dressing. Damon's already had a visceral reaction.
I'm going to let Damon start on this one.
Okay, sure. I can't. Y'all, there were too many flavors in that like sauce. That was
The
like
description.
the description of sauce. Hot honey lemon pepper buffalo sauce. Like
Mhm.
how am I going to taste any of those things unless
Unless Damon freezes.
Damon's so upset by it, he couldn't even finish what he was saying.
His internet broke.
Could very well be.
meld well to me?
Oh, you're back. Okay, good. We missed about 30
and
seconds
then-
of what you said because you froze.
and then on top of that, so like, and not only that, then you throw a bunch of ranch dressing on it.
Well,
So
doesn't ranch
you're-
make everything better?
No,
The hashtag truth, but still.
but like, and again, yeah, I would, mm, I would try this, and I'm bordering on try, like
Mhm.
deny. I'm on that moment because to me, like all of these flavor, none of these flavors sound like they all go good together. There's a lot of flavors like like hitting each other in this moment, and if one of them is overbalanced, it's gonna throw the whole thing off. And that's why I'm like, ugh. And like looking at the picture, um, ugh. I'm good. Actually, no. Yeah, I'm good. Looking at the picture, I'm good. Deny. Moving on.
No, this is a good picture. I think this is actually the type of thing that barbecue sandwich should have had. This is the type of
Yeah.
styling that you should have.
Haven't said that.
This is basically a different version of a hot honey lemon pepper boneless chicken wings. This is a different form factor. And
Mhm.
while I hear you about the many different flavors that are thrown in there, sounds delicious. And I do not necessarily have a full qualm about the ranch in this
Okay.
delivery. Normally for this type of thing, I'd be like, ranch is overrated and would probably be better with like a blue cheese dressing. But in this type of thing, I think we're okay. I think it's a drizzle. It's not meant to be like, it's not a dipping thing. If it was dipping, I would insist on blue cheese dressing instead. Because chicken wings, to me, if you're going for ranch or blue cheese, it is blue cheese because ranch is overrated. Plus, I also like the thickness of blue cheese dressing over the thinness of ranch dressing. Ranch dressing, I think, is a little too powerful on those type of things. But in this case, I think it is used effectively. And this would be a buy where I'd be like, hey, Damon, want to try some?
No.
Just a little piece? Well, you said you would try it. I would offer it. Like, I would have a majority of it. You would have, like the end of one or something like that.
I anyway, Gary.
Damon, I hear you on the whole. It's too many things.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to start off with just the first part. Chicken Philly egg rolls. I have questions. What's inside? When you say chicken Philly egg roll, I'm like, I know what an egg roll is. I know what chicken is. I know what a Philly sandwich primarily is. So I'm like, is this chicken that has been chopped? Like chopped meat? Or is it like shredded? Is it cubed? Is it peppers and onions? Is there whiz? Like, is there cheese in this? Because that in and of itself is a whole thing. And I don't need all the other saucy stuff.
Okay.
If it's just going to be basically a chicken Philly sandwich wrapped in deep fried an egg roll.
Yeah,
so
is it a chicken Philly cheesesteak?
Right. And so, like, then to David's point, we're combining 3 different sauce profiles: hot honey, lemon pepper, and buffalo, which it appears they drowned. It looks like they just dipped the egg roll in that sauce combination, put it on the plate, and then squirted ranch dressing over it. So now I have a complaint because I don't think egg rolls need to be eaten with a fork and a knife. It's not quite a near perfect form factor, but my God, it's handheld and it's deep fried and you can just stick it in your mouth. Now it's all sticky and gooey and messy, and I'm just like, what are we doing here?
And that's where I think they're going on with it. Like, I get that, like Jeff was saying, they're going on it like it's a wing, and that's great. I don't want that though.
Right. Well, if that's the intention, that's why I don't eat wings, because I find them to be too messy and it's a pain in the ass. There's also like the bone. Anyways,
that's why I prefer quote unquote boneless wings.
Yeah. I mean, if it's my choice, I would prefer boneless wings anytime. Although I do realize that bone in skin on meats taste better. Like that's just to be a fact.
I mean, yeah.
Anyways, the point is, yes, the aesthetics of the picture are much more pleasing than the AI like thing that came before. But in this case, I'm like, this looks messy. This looks, I'm just not in the mood at a fair to be like running around, licking my fingers all the time.
Just make sure you have plenty of napkins.
Where are those fingers, man? I don't want to know. I don't think anybody wants to know. Yeah. So is it a buy, try, or deny?
I'm gonna walk on by.
There we go.
I'm gonna look at all the people in the line. I'm gonna be like, you fools, there's better food here at the fair. I'm gonna go get something else.
I mean, JJ's might have something better too, but
also true. But
yes,
it's their own thing. But you would have to stop while I picked mine up.
Yes, that's fine. You go right on ahead.
Yeah. And I'd be willing to share if you want to try.
You're cheating.
Anyway, so we're moving on anyways. The jerk cheesy fries look so good anyways.
Totally got caught with your hand in the proverbial cookie jar. Get called out. Here's why, kids. We are bastardizing savory and sweet in this next selection called Pickled Fried Oreos by the Pickle Barrel. And their description says, nothing says fair like fried pickles. Try our twist on this fair favorite. They are so enthusiastic. Every sentence has an exclamation point. This is, hold on to your seats, a golden Oreo with a pickle slice placed on top, dipped in their original made-from-scratch batter, topped with dill pickle seasoning and a side of ranch to dip it in. Now, David's leaving the show. He's like, I'm out.
Look, all you need to do is back up far enough for your background to make you disappear.
Camera, yeah.
Oh, he's actually leaving. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna leave.
Oh, it's back.
Yeah. So I take umbrage with the description versus the picture.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get into that here in a second. I'm gonna let you both like kind of give your feelings on this one.
I'm not seeing that golden Oreo in that
It's in
cross
there.
section. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not there. I'm saying I'm not seeing it. Because that just looks like a fried pickle to me, with plenty, maybe a good amount of batter surrounding it. But I'm not really seeing the golden Oreo. This is
okay.
This is a try for me. So mainly because I find it intriguing. It is not a chocolate Oreo. It is like the classic. It's a golden one, which provides a little bit of vanilla there. So it might be interesting, but I don't think this is a good execution of this type of thing. I don't even think this is a thing you should execute. But I would try it. I'd be adventurous enough to try it.
Why? Why did we do this?
This is fair food. I mean, this seems very much like something you would find in a fair.
Then maybe
we've had fried Oreos. We've had fried pickles.
Just mash
Who
them
says you
together
can't mash them
into
together? I mean, it's.
I mean, no, I can't even give you an A for effort. No, I can't even do that.
I don't think there was much effort in this.
I mean,
that's fair.
So what I'm getting in my brain is obviously like something like for this to fry, they can't be room temp, so there has to be some frozenness to this. I
probably
think
frozen first.
because are they're not freezing them, because that's why like looking at the picture, like I get what you're saying, Jeff. It doesn't look like the Oreo's in there, and maybe that's because it has dissolved.
Possibly. That is
melted.
Quite possible.
Because like I look at the picture and I'm like, there's a lot of dough there. And then I kind of like got really close and I'm like, there's still a lot of dough there. Where's the Oreo? I keep looking and I'm like, maybe, just maybe it's like, and again, this is like someone has bitten, and maybe, just maybe it's like
clearly cut
there, but it's weird. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Again, it is hard to tell where the dough begins, where the dough ends, and the golden Oreo begins. And that's maybe because the again in execution, like they didn't like freeze the Oreos. They just grabbed the Oreo, put a pickle on it, dunked it in the batter, and then fried it.
Yeah. Well,
So the Oreo wouldn't necessarily stay hard.
the
Um,
looking at the uncut ones, they look more
mhm.
like there's a pickle on top of something else in them.
Yeah,
They're much thicker than the one that they cut. So I think
right.
they chose the wrong one to cut, or when they cut, things kind of like collapsed.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
it's kind of like they didn't do well on that part. They were trying to
Yeah,
quickly get a picture for this. They did
yeah.
set it
I
up
just
pretty good, I have to say, but I
yeah,
think the cross section one was very ineffective. They probably needed to do a few tests on how to cut that to get it so you could
go with
see
lettuce.
that there's an Oreo and a pickle in there.
Yeah,
They are using ranch yet
Nah.
again, which I'm still going along with. This is one of the ones where I'm going to go along the lines of ranch is overrated. Um, I probably would just not even bother with the ranch and just eat them straight up.
yeah. This is like if you haven't known like by the visual cues and the face, this is a no for me. I'm good.
Mm.
Although, nope, no, never mind. No.
Look, that
Okay,
no is
never mind.
totally fair. I think you're totally fair not to want this.
The weird part is I'm surprisingly tempted to try it just to confirm, yeah, I hate this. Like, do I like fried pickles? Yes, I can eat fried pickles. I like fried pickles. Do I want sweetness with my fried pickles? Absolutely not. That doesn't make sense to me.
You also have the cream that's in the cookie,
Yeah,
the sweetness
yeah,
from the cookie
uh-huh,
itself.
yeah. And then like and definitely I wouldn't like I'm like you, Jeff. I would not dip these in ranch.
Mm.
I want to taste it au natural, as it were. I
Yeah.
want to taste it
Hmm.
with the dill pickle seasoning and like the pickle and just the fried dough and the golden Oreo and get a taste for all of that flavor and then be like, I'm good. I don't need this. I'm good. Thanks. Because I know I know I'm not gonna like it,
Mhm.
but I have a feeling I just might, and that's the weird part. Gary,
So I think you guys are, accurate in what you're talking about. No, I just can't. I just can't. I like both of these things. To be
okay,
fair, if I had to choose amongst the two of them, I will take pickles over golden Oreos anytime because I just don't
fair.
really like golden Oreos in general. So like, and the fact that you've deep fried them together, I'm like, okay, I don't know why. Just because these things exist doesn't mean you need to do it. Just because you can't doesn't mean you should. So,
Uh-huh.
and
That's
the
fair.
thing is, the looks are deceiving because if it isn't for the cross section, which I'm sorry, somebody just literally took a goddamn bite out of that thing. There was no cutting or messing around. They were like, how do we show the inside? Oh, crunch. And then just like puts it down. And I'm like, really? Anyways. Um,
I
it's
think
deceiving from the outside because those actually look pleasing. And then I found out what the inside was. And I was like, are you kidding me?
yeah,
It's crazy.
that doesn't
Cray
look like
cray.
a bite to me though. That does look like just a bad cut job.
I mean, that's possible.
Because it looks
I don't know.
too smooth, too
It
straight
could be a
for
cut.
a bite. But
I
it
mean,
could
if you
just
got your
be
chompers,
resolution and things where they took a small bite or something like that. I don't know, but
right.
Yeah, either way.
it looks too smooth to have been bitten to me. I made you.
All right. So listen, Indiana, I feel for you because, child, we've been beating you up so far this episode. We haven't really been very fair, no pun intended, to you. So let's talk about the 2025 Taste of the Fair winner. This is the top food selection.
Hey, can I make just a slight pause for quick honorable mentions? Right underneath the pickles, and one to the right as well, we have the piggy funnel and the piggyback stack. Both of those look delicious. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say about that.
David,
moving on.
So I get what you said. I could go. I would actually like the piggy funnel. I wouldn't mind that.
Which is basically the one we were talking about before, except with pork.
But the picture actually looks better.
Right.
I think it's because the topping's more spread out and more like pizza topping type. It kind of looks like
for those that don't know, because we don't have a picture ready, it's funnel cake drizzled with brown sugar, maple syrup, topped with bacon pieces.
Yeah,
which is much
if you've
more
ever had a maple bacon donut, that's kind of the flavor profile they're going for here.
Yeah. All right. The winner of the fair is
the Cinnamon Toast Cookie Butter Pretzel Bites. So this is by Wilson Concessions. So these are pretzel bites covered in cinnamon and sugar, then smothered with cookie butter, cream cheese icing, and topped off with Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal.
Sure.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just going to call it out. Wilford Brimley would be proud. This is diabetes in a bowl,
basically,
because it's all sugar and carbs.
Would you like carbs with your carbs? Maybe more carbs on top of your carbs?
Would you like layers of carbs? A little fat in between, maybe?
Yeah. However, having said that, though, yeah.
It looks good.
I would buy this. Yeah, I would buy this. I would. I mean, given what we've had so far, like, I get why this won, because this is something I would actually like go to the fair to go get. Like, oh, okay, this sounds really good. I mean, yes, it's nothing special, like fancy to go run home to about, but this combination of flavors could potentially be tasty.
Yeah.
Sugary, but tasty.
There is pretzel, which also means salt. Big salt crystal. So there's a little bit of the salty, bready side of it over
There's
it.
a lot of sweet.
This is a unenthused try for me. I don't think I would buy this. Not that I think it's bad. I'd probably enjoy it, like a bite or two of it. Definitely shareable. In that
I would
part
share
that way. But I find it very meh.
I get what you mean. It like on its own. It there's a lot of just like, again, it's like I say, hat on top of a hat. It's hat on a hat. It's a lot of like stuff combined together, thrown on top of something. And that's usually not how I roll with things. Like this, I would fear, like, while I would buy this would be something I would share with others. This would not be something I would eat a whole thing of this on my own. Granted, if this picture, it looks like I'm seeing a hand, and I don't know if they're holding it on one side. I'm assuming they are. This doesn't look like a lot.
With wax paper, and then it's put into it.
Yeah.
Just a
it doesn't look like a lot. It doesn't look like a lot.
Which
So
when
that's
you're
where I'm
at a
like,
fair and you're probably wanting to try a whole bunch of things, having
yeah,
a
yeah,
small portion is probably a good idea, anyways.
right.
And for how much
And that's
sugar
kind of where
that's
I'm
on
like,
this, for how much
oh,
sugar this
I'm,
is, I would definitely be like, yeah, I wouldn't want that much.
yeah, I would probably, again, this would probably, like, I would get this and probably share it with, definitely with Jeff, Jim, and if, depending on what Gary says, maybe Gary, maybe we just, it's a
Split it for
four-way, like,
ways.
yeah, we'll all try it and see what we think. Stop, Gary. Get your mind out of there.
I got lost somewhere on the
Uh-huh.
way because I was listening to you, but also doing something else. I'm gonna own it, and then you said 4-way, and I was like, there are 3 of us. How did this suddenly
Yeah.
like? Who's the
He
guest?
he
Oh,
didn't
okay.
Yeah.
say he didn't say 4-way. He said 4 ways. Although I was thinking about the same thing that you were thinking, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Split it four ways.
Maybe.
I was about to make a
So
joke
I would,
saying, "Oh, we would have a 4-way,"
Gotcha.
but that's the type of show we
yeah,
got.
gotcha.
So to those points that have been brought up, it is like, things on things on things. I have a question that is not going to be answered by the picture nor the description. These pretzel bites, are they soft pretzel bites? Are
I
they
think so.
like, is it like hard pretzel,
I think they're soft
like
pretzel because they
chunks?
oh maybe
I would,
Because
I think
here in my state, we have a couple snack companies, like a dozen or more, snack companies, and 2 of them are kind of not rivals, but they have the same main name, and they make infamously pretzel bites that you can buy in the store that are flavored, and
mhm.
one of them happens to be like brown sugar cinnamon. So I'm like, all right, but those don't quite look the same. So I'm
Yeah.
imagining these are fresh made. So that's where I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm thinking that they're the soft pretzels that have been like, or it's the dough of the soft pretzel that's been cut up into smaller pieces
Yeah.
and
I would think so too.
baked? Question mark.
Yeah.
So
They're meant to be soft. I would say.
yeah.
Like soft
That
pretzel.
being
so
said,
we have the soft and
um,
crunchy as kind of a nice contrast.
yeah, to Damon's point about like the hand in the picture kind of gives you a bit of a size perception. However, we don't know the size of the hand. So
Mhm.
like,
It's
is
fair.
this a little paw? Is this a big paw? Like, is this one that could like, leave a huge handprint on my voluptuous derriere? I don't know. So that being said, I feel like this is a definite eat with a fork thing because it looks pretty like I don't know if I want to say saucy, but like kind of messy a little bit.
Mhm.
But
I can see a fork.
yeah, like this is definitely a treat dish. So depending on my mood at the moment, I don't know if I'm going to share or if I'm going to be greedy, because I think that depends on like how much energy I have and how hungry I am.
Fair.
Because if I'm carb loaded, then I'm only going to want a couple bites, if that.
Like
So,
where in the
well,
day you're having this?
right. Like if this is like the second or third booth I'm passing and I got there like late morning and it's going on lunchtime and I didn't go out and have brunch or breakfast beforehand, then
Right.
I'm probably going to be like, whoa, and really drawn to it and then regret it in 40 minutes when my sugar crashes and, I'm walking around like a
Right.
zombie.
Ugh.
On
Okay.
on a quick side note before we move on, the one to the left of it, because we already talked about the one for the right of it, the cheesy hot honey chicken fries. Those look good.
Mm.
The barbecue machos. It's delicious. Creamy mac and cheese, smoky pulled pork and cheese sauce.
So
Okay.
for those that don't know, when I curate the list together, I don't pick the common things, the usual stuff. So there's a whole series of other foods. These are not the only foods that are at the Indiana State Fair, but there's a fair amount of them, no pun intended, that are kind of regular, or you could easily make at home or have seen before. So,
Sweet heat
yeah.
sausage sandwich? Not with the cabbage.
Shall we go to Iowa?
Yes, sir, bacon. Yes, sir, burger.
Move on
Sounds
to
good.
Iowa.
I'm getting the impression somebody didn't eat dinner yet.
I've eaten dinner.
Okay.
I'm just saying these look good. Yeah, the Yes Sir burger looks pretty good too. So, this is my before we move into go to another state fair things that are on this list that I'd be interested in.
Nice. Iowa.
All vegan Indianapolis Philly. That might be good. Anyways. All right, I'm done exploring.
Just leave him behind, David. We'll go
right.
in my car. We're just gonna leave him behind.
That's okay. We're going to Iowa. I mean, it's Iowa.
So,
jeez, I'm a Minnesotan, so I have opinions about Iowa. Anyways, moving on to Iowa.
So the Iowa State Fair also ended. It was just 10 days from the 7th through the 17th of this year. And so we're going to go through their various items. So just like we ended the Indiana State Fair, let's start with the winner of the fair for Iowa and see where it goes from there. This is the Bacon Chicken Ranch Egg Roll by Win and Sarah's Kitchen. They describe it as experience the savory delight of Win and Sarah's homemade bacon chicken ranch egg roll, made fresh just for the Iowa State Fair. Each egg roll is lovingly wrapped by hand, filled with tender chicken, crispy bacon, and a rich white cheddar cheese. A perfectly golden, crunchy exterior drizzled with Win and Sarah's famous homemade ranch dressing. Every bite is a delightful combination of cheesy, savory goodness wrapped in a crispy, flaky shell, and it's $15. Iowa put prices with all their stuff, and they are like the only state fair that I've ever seen do this. So you know how much you're spending to get said dish.
$15 for one egg roll? For one. At least if their picture is accurate to the serving size. I mean, it could, based off of the like meat chunks and things, they may be using premium stuff. I don't think they're skimping on the quality of the ingredients. So that might be one of the reasons why. It's not the state fair, so technically everything's pretty expensive. In any case, it's a buy for me. And if it's only one, I'm not sharing, and I'm just going to have to eat the cost. I paid $15 for this one egg roll, so now if there was two, I'd probably be a little more lenient. But and if it is very premium products, I just hope it tastes damn good because like super like over the top good. Because that's a lot of money for one egg roll.
I will say this: the food boat, like cardboard boat thing that it's in, is not really good in terms of like scale because those come in different sizes.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
To Jeff's point, because it's handmade, homemade from scratch, so to speak, specifically for the Iowa State Fair, there's a part of me that's like, this might be a bit of a fatty. And so, yeah, you might only get one, but it it's no Chipotle burrito, but
just a thicker, like thick.
Probably a little bit small,
cheese.
like a quarter size smaller than a Chipotle burrito. If it's that big, if it's a huge egg roll, then I might have different opinions about the $15 cost.
Right.
But yeah, so we'd have to actually see what the size is. It's kind of, you're right. It is kind of hard to determine what the actual size is because because you could get these paper boats in various sizes, so it might be pretty hefty.
Yeah. I would try this. Like I would split it with someone. It doesn't like chicken bacon ranch is a very common combination, and I'm not knocking the flavor profile as it were. I'm just knocking the like I can get chicken bacon ranch anywhere. What makes this so special?
I
I'm
actually think it's
curious.
probably mostly quality and size.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's what it is because that's sort of where my brain goes. Okay, if you're going to give me like you said, Jeff, if this is a $15 egg roll, then this needs to be pretty decent in like size and also in like flavor and quality. It has to like up those levels for me to justify a $15 cost. Yes, I know it's a state fair. Yes, I know things are expensive. But if I'm going to a state fair and you're like, I have chicken bacon ranch something, I'll be like, cool. Why should I buy it from you when I can go
Mm.
to like anywhere else and get a decent chicken bacon ranch something elsewhere? So that's where my brain goes. I will give this a try. This would probably be a like split with somebody, not Jeff, apparently.
No.
So, so yeah, Gary.
Um, so my stomach and my brain are all yes, 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 yes. My wallet, however, is like, bitch, it better be worth it.
Mhm.
Because to Jeff's point, $15 for one single egg roll is steep. Even if I am at a fair, I'm like,
Yep.
I don't know.
Now, if you
So
get
I
two
kind
of
of need to see
these
it
and
to
they're
know.
extra large egg rolls, that would be a bit of a deal.
Yeah.
And I would be okay.
It'd
Like
be
again, I'm
closer.
okay with one egg roll if it's a larger egg roll. Like they talk about it being wrapped by hand, and I'm kind of like, okay, so maybe they're doing them a bit larger than they normally would for a regular egg roll. And looking at this side, like this picture, and looking at the like side cut we've got here, like it could potentially be like this, which is like a hefty sort of egg roll,
Probably a
or
little
it could
longer,
be
but
like
yes.
this. Yeah, yeah. Or it could be like, goddamn. Anyway, um,
Going by thickness
or it
more
could be
than
like,
how far your fingers are apart.
yeah, and that could be like another like a general egg roll like size. And if it's if it's a general egg roll size, I'm good. If it's just like a basic egg roll like size, like $15 for one, I'm good. Y'all have a good day. Have fun when in Sarah's kitchen. Enjoy your bougie egg rolls. Egg roll, apparently.
Wow.
All right.
So with that being said, we're going to move on after that to the Scotcheroo Shake, which is a new food finalist for the Iowa State Fair. It says by Over the Top is the concession company or the producer of it. It says, meet your new fair favorite, a rich, creamy shake made with our handmade Scotcheroo ice cream, which is peanut butter and butterscotch ice cream swirled with gooey Scotcheroo fudge packed with chewy chunks of the classic Midwest treat. It's crowned with fluffy whipped cream, a generous drizzle of chocolate and caramel, and a full slice of Scotcheroo on top, a nostalgic dessert reimagined as the ultimate fair shake. And it's $12.
Eh.
It was also voted the fair's sweetest food.
Okay. So I have to look it up.
To see
Scotcheroos
what a
are dessert
Scotcheroo
bars
is.
Yeah. Scotcheroos are dessert bars made with chocolate, butterscotch, peanut butter, and Rice Krispie. Got
I've
it.
had these before.
Okay. There we go. Okay, good to know.
I didn't know that's
All
what they were called, but I've had them.
I'm going to be short and sweet, no pun intended, but apparently it's there. I'm way too met on this, and I will pass this.
Okay.
I don't look down on it, but it's not taste. Just not my taste. It doesn't wow me. It's very meh.
That's fair.
Like Iowa.
uh, this is another try for me. Reading it and like finding out what a scotcheroo is. Okay, all right. So it's like a butterscotch peanut butter Rice Krispie treat covered in chocolate. Okay, that sounds interesting. But I don't think I'm gonna I don't think it would be enough. Like I'm kind of like Jeff. I'm like I don't know if it would be enough for me to like instantly be drawn to. I'm not instantly drawn to these flavors, but I would give it a try. It sounds good. It sounds good. So, and it's $12 for a shake. It looks like a decent size. I would definitely give this a try. Definitely share it with someone.
I think having the prices
Getting.
on these are affecting our how we're thinking about them too,
I
because
think
I bet
so.
you that these prices are probably similar for the other state fairs, but because they didn't tell us what the prices were, we didn't think about that.
Right.
Mm,
I'm gonna
Interesting.
give you that. I think that's very true. I don't think you think about again. Most of the time, you don't think about prices. I'm like, and I'm trying to like not have that, and I'm like thinking about it. But the more I think about it, like, yeah, the prices are not the great. Like, it doesn't help. It potentially hinders
I like
because
that they're honest
again,
about the price, so at least you have an idea of what you're
yeah,
getting into. But it's
but
also
like,
might be more
right.
of a turnoff for people. So.
Well, think about it this way: we've gone through two things and spent $27,
Mm.
and we've had an egg roll and a shake.
I mean, I guess my question is, how much does it cost to go to the fair? Like, is it cheap? Is it
Is it
free?
free?
Like, hang on, maybe I could find out. Let me check the website, buy tickets, even though it's over. Oh, watch this page for more information. Well, that's not very helpful. Obviously, the fair's already over, so I don't know what the hell the damn tickets were.
That's fine. Okay, what are you thinking?
Hang on. Thank you, internet scrubbing. Fair deals and discounts Monday through Thursday evenings from 5 to 10. It was $12 for an adult.
Okay.
Ages 12 and up, $8 for children. So that's reasonable. That's not really super expensive.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's 16. So the cheaper price is $4 less. All right. That being said, my taste buds are like yes. My brain is like, what's not to like? It's a milkshake. It's sweet. It's got some nice flavor profiles to it. But yeah, this whole price thing, I think it's just like messing with me and my pocketbook, like, or my debit card, whatever you want to call it. Like, it's just this. Yeah, looks good, sounds great. I don't know. I think I got to be in the mood.
All right, now let's change the context of all this so we can at least grade the food better. Let's assume that we are getting a special where we don't have to pay for any of these things. So if we were getting it free, so we would still have buy or something. But Like how much of
Right.
it would buy, try, and pass would be how much of this would we want?
Got it.
Along
All right.
along the lines, this should help our critique of the foods a little better if we just assume we're reviewers and we're getting a free pass on all these.
Got it.
I mean, I would still pass because it's just too meh for me.
I would still try.
Gary, if you didn't have to consider the wallet portion.
Oh, then I'm fucking buying it.
Okay.
Listen, if the bank account is healthy and endless, oh baby, I'm probably buying a lot of stuff. Like, and I'll just walk around and and be like, you want to try this? You want to try this? Like, I'll give shit away for free if I hate it. I'll be like, I'll take one bite and be like, ooh, not for me. Here, kid, have this. Like, just
Yeah. But like I look like for me the flavors of this I enjoy. Like butterscotch, like a peanut butter and butterscotch ice cream. I think I would like that idea. Then the fudge, I kind of like the idea. I would have liked some sort of you get scotch fruit on top, so maybe that's where the crunchiness factor would potentially come in. You get the Rice Krispie. That's what I'm feeling like I'm missing in the shake part of it. But yeah. Anyway, moving on.
So after that, we're going to do something savory, and this is not describing the co-host of this podcast. Next up is Three Little Pigs by What Ya Smokin' Barbecue. They describe this as oak-kissed smoked ham balls served as a trio flight of nostalgic flavors. First is a savory sweet honey mustard glazed ham ball topped with cornbread crumbles, reminiscent of a tried and true corn dog.
Interesting.
Next is a tangy cherry soda glaze with maraschino cherries to give it an old-timey feel. And the third ham ball has a buttery vanilla glaze dusted with powdered sugar, bringing a sweet contrast that plays on the classic fare treat. $13. So I think the first thing you have to wrap your mind around is a ham ball,
Mm-hmm.
which sounds, no offense, very Iowa.
Okay. Okay. Oh.
You looking up to see what a ham ball is?
Yep, sure am. Huh. So it's like a meatball. But with ham. And beef, apparently.
Well, depending on
some
the
of them have
recipe,
beef. Yeah.
yeah, some have beef. I think others go with pork.
Right. Okay. Okay. Huh.
Like, as an example, Serious Eats has a recipe where they use Ritz crackers, buttermilk, ground ham and ground pork.
Okay.
I
All right.
would buy this within our context of I would buy this because I would want to try each of them just to try them. But I would want all of them. Because I want to try all of them. The one that concerns me, the one that I think is a really odd and probably not really go together is the last one.
Okay.
The buttery vanilla glaze dusted with powdered sugar. Even if it's essentially even if it was like beef meatball sort of thing. I'm not sure if those are good to go together. That sounds way too sweet. The maraschino cherries thing, I think it would be okay, and the cherry soda glaze, kind of iffy on that one.
Right.
But the first one seems perfectly fine. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the other two, it gets kind of continuously more of, but because there's
Right.
three of them, I would want the whole meatball. Sharing one of those probably, unless they're huge meatballs.
Right. They don't look that big.
Yeah, they look like the standard like frozen meatball size of things.
Maybe a little bigger.
Maybe I don't know. It
Yeah.
might be the same size. But in any case, this is where it's just iffy. It's so it's like this weird try balancing thing where it's like
You're
right on
in
the edge of
between the-
both.
yeah.
Where it's like,
Right.
I'm not sure how some of these will work. The first one sounds good. And it says, the weird thing is it's like describing it as if it was savory, but then it gets sweet, sweet, sweet.
Right.
So it gets a little weird. But I mean, this is
Yeah.
also fair food. Fair food is weird. And that's
Yeah.
kind of the appeal. So I'm more on the buy side of things, but I'm very close to the try part of it.
Right. Yeah. I'm with you, Jeff. Like looking at the picture, reading the description again, I would fall into try. I don't know if I would spend my money on this, but I would definitely give it a try. Like cut, like someone would get it and like cut them into like halves. Because one of the three flavors really interested me, and that was the first one, the honey and mustard like glaze. Like that, like, oh, that sounds really tasty. With the cornbread, like kind of giving a corn dog kind of feel. Okay, that sounds really good to me. The other two got progressively like unsettling in my brain. Like a soda glazed like ham. That's okay. That makes sense. But a cherry soda one, and then throwing maraschino cherries, which are like sugar bombs, not. And then the buttery vanilla glaze. If they had left it at that, I might have been okay with it because that just sounds like a glazed ham in a way. But then they threw powdered sugar on top, so they're definitely going for the sweet angle. And I was just like, that I don't know if I want that. So yeah, I would try this. I would not pay the money to buy this. I would definitely give this a try. Um, I don't know. I may have to ask Jim about that one. I don't know if he would want that. Gary,
Yes. I am so intrigued. I've never had a handball. I like balls. I like putting balls in my mouth. So, and the fact that I get three of them, I'm intrigued enough that I want to taste them. The first one absolutely sounds spot on. The maraschino cherry one gives me a little pause because I'm not a huge maraschino cherry fan. I don't dislike it, but it's very medicinal as a cherry flavor, I guess. How I view
that
it.
has the potential to go very, yeah.
And then the powdered sugar buttery vanilla glaze one really intrigues me because it sounds almost kind of conflicting, like consensually for my taste buds, because like I want ham porky savoriness, and yet I'm like,
Here we are.
it's not bad. Like, and what's worse is this picture is really beautiful to look at. It's a little misleading because these look like pastries. Like they kind of look like little donuts or something.
Yeah. I had
So
like I was scrolling through the
zooming into the picture, actually it looks more appetizing to me.
yeah, I mean they do look appetizing. It's just funny to me when you look at the picture, this little plastic black boat, whatever, that has the three of them side by side, they almost look like glazed, like donut rounds, or like, I don't know, like a donut and a macaroon had a bastard child or something.
The
Like,
one on the left looks like it has like some very shredded cheese.
Well, for me, like looking at them like
I'm
up
pretty sure
close
that's powdered sugar.
and kind of going through them and looking at this picture, like the first one, like I get like what Gary's saying, they look like little donuts. They look like the glaze, like a not a like a glazed like apple fritter almost.
Mm-hmm.
Only this one looked like the first one looks like a like, oh, you've got a honey caramel like one with a cookie, like a cookie.
See,
like
why didn't they?
Kind of crust.
You were saying apple, and I'm like, ham, apple sauce. Those go together well. Pork chops go together well with applesauce. Why couldn't one of these been kind of like apple forward?
Yeah,
that would have tasted great.
Yeah, like the cherry one looks like a cherry. Like isn't there like a donut that's especially like known for like being like a cherry thing? I can't remember.
Yeah, jelly.
And then
donuts.
the last one just looks like it's not a jelly. It's an actual like cherry. I think a cherry donut that has like a anyway. I'd have to look it up, but they look like donuts. They do. They look like donuts.
Mm-hmm.
So
we have notes.
You can say no to donut. Okay.
Moving on to the next one.
So we're taking a wild twist and a turn here. And next up is the Butter Cow Tornado by Dairy Zone. So the Butter Cow Tornado is a swirling twist of gooey butter cake drenched in butterscotch, crowned with a white chocolate butter cow candy. Every bite is a mini homage to the Iowa State Fair's beloved butter sculpture. And this happens to be $10.
I'm just going to say no to begin with. It is too butterscotch buttery forward for me.
Okay.
I'll let you talk because I need to refresh my beverage. But I'll be right over here. It's not going far.
Okay. This will be a try. I like butterscotch, but I don't know if I like it that enough for all of this. But the fact that it's basically essentially a gooey butter cake like shake is what I'm getting here. At least that's what the picture looks like. It looks like it has this ice cream mixed. Did I miss ice cream? It doesn't say that it has ice cream in it, but I'm assuming there's ice cream in it. And the cow's cute. I think it's cute. It's not like, oh wow, that's amazing. Like that makes me really want to get this. No. But it looks good. It looks good. I'd try it. I don't think I would buy it, but I would try it. Gary.
So yeah. The description is appealing. The picture, however, girl, that candy don't look like candy. That candy look like butter. So I'm gonna give you kudos for like making candy look like the real thing, because a part of me is like, I don't know about just like chomping on a piece of butter. Just saying. But
it is white chocolate.
Yeah.
Which, unfortunately for me, throws it in the ew category, because I don't like white chocolate at all.
That's fair.
Because it's not technically chocolate. But anyways,
you can just technically, you don't even have to eat it. You don't even have to eat it. It's just there. It's not chopped up in there.
But it's cute, and I wouldn't want to hurt the little butter cow's feelings by like not eating it.
but you could anyway. You can give it anyway. You can give it to
I
somebody
would.
else.
I would give it to somebody else. I'd be like, "Do you want this?" And then just shove it in their mouth and be like, "Eat the whole damn thing." Anyways. So yeah, like it's definitely. I'm intrigued. I want to try it, but at the same time, I'm like, it sounds rich,
True.
like as a taste profile. So I'm like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody else gets it and they're sharing, I will definitely have a taste.
Okay, so none of us are buying it, right? So someone else is gonna have to get it.
There we go. Moving on.
All right. Last but not least.
Um. So, sorry, I can't help but laugh. The last selection is the maple bacon bourbon grilled cheese by What's Your Cheese, and they describe it as it starts with a freshly made maple bread, then topped
Okay.
with maple bourbon cream cheese.
Okay.
Add a gourmet maple bourbon cheddar cheese and wait. A bourbon maple candied bacon is added between all the goodness, and then it's grilled to golden brown and served with maple bourbon raspberry dipping sauce. $12.
Sold.
I'm typing.
I will pass on this. I will just not use the dipping sauce. Actually, I might try the dipping sauce, but the sandwich. Those are flavors that go together.
Mm-hmm.
Bacon, cheese, maple bacon, bourbon. That I mean, and that looks like a thick cut bacon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think they got quality on their size on that.
Yeah. Oh. I'm on the fence. And the only reason I'm on the fence between try and buy is that is a lot of maple, potentially. Everything is maple. A lot of things are maple. Um, there's maple in the bread, there's maple in the cream cheese, there's maple in the cheddar cheese, there's maple in the bacon. It's all like maple, 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 maple. And then
But is
there's
there maple?
maple. There's maple. Is it maple? It's maple. And then there's maple in the maple bourbon raspberry dipping sauce. It is a lot of maple flavor. And my biggest gripe in all the world is it actually maple flavor or is it just syrup?
Pancake syrup.
Yeah. Is it maple or is it just a corn syrup? Like I need to know. You're saying maple a lot and you got maple everywhere. I would hope it all melds together. And I'm
Did you
getting
have
that
to
like
import the maple syrup, maple extract from Canada? Or
Yeah.
did you just go to the grocery store and got a bottle off the shelf of pancake syrup?
Or maple something.
See,
Yeah.
pancake
Well,
syrup.
Yeah, exactly.
Pancake syrup superior on pancakes than regular maple syrup. But if you're really trying to go with the maple flavor, I hope they're actual maple.
Yeah. That's kind of where my brain is going. Like if it's actual maple flavor, okay, we'll buy it. But more than likely this is going to be a try because I am hesitant when a random place says maple and they don't bottle it naturally. Like they're not a maple like place that's making it or has the trees available or all that stuff. Like so yeah, this would be a try. I mean the flavors do sound good. Like a lot of this sounds really good. All of this stuff sounds really amazing to my belly. I'm reading it and reading it and reading it. Like it sounds really fucking good to my belly. But I always hesitate when you say maple. Because I like maple, but I like true maple. And I've been burned far too many times. So it'll be a try for me. Gary?
It's a yes. I will get it. I'm drawn in enough. The maple bread, like freshly made maple bread, has all these question marks floating around my head. So I'm like that alone. I'm like, I'm interested in that. The maple bourbon cream cheese. Okay, like I think it's been done before. Gourmet maple bourbon cheddar cheese. I'm like, all right, so we're buying a cheddar cheese that's maple bourbon flavored, I'm guessing, from the sounds of it. And then the bourbon maple candied bacon. So like, yes, it's like all of the things are adding up. I do want to point out one tiny little thing though. So the maple bourbon raspberry dipping sauce in the picture, when you look at it, you will, if you pay close enough attention, it has seeds floating in it. Seeds to me are an indication of spiciness, like red pepper flakes.
Yeah.
So that is not in the description.
Yeah, and those look like pepper flakes, not like raspberry seeds. Raspberry seeds are much smaller and probably wouldn't even show up in this picture, especially in that dish, because they would be black.
Yeah. So, like, I just point that out because that doesn't scare me, but it does give me pause to think, like, that there's a heat element to the dipping sauce. But that's not going to stop me from doing it. I just realized that, like, some people might not necessarily know that or pay attention to that.
Right. And it would be nice if they had said something like that in the description of the sauce.
Right.
Because they just say maple bourbon raspberry dipping sauce. If there's a heat element to it, like not chipotle, but like a pepper, like if this is meant to be like a pepper jelly kind of thing, that's fine. You just need to tell people.
Correct.
Because looking at the bigger picture of this, that doesn't look like a sweet, like when I hear maple bourbon raspberry, that swings sweet to me. That sauce in that little cup in this picture does not look sweet to me.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, the heat might be good to help cut through things.
Agreed.
So it is appropriate. Yeah, they probably should say something like a hot maple bourbon raspberry dipping sauce.
Yeah.
Unless people think that thinking of a bourbon raspberry sauce of any kind, they would have some sort of heat element as part of it. But that's making an assumption.
Yeah.
But as I said, I'd probably try the sauce, but I'm more interested in the grilled cheese sandwich than I am the dipping sauce.
Right. Yeah. The sandwich does sound
and
good.
If it's the quality, overall quality, and if it is true maple syrup. Actually, I think the maple bread, I mean, it's quite possible because it kept saying maple bourbon, maple bourbon, maple bourbon. It might be just maple bourbon, not like bourbon and maple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where they take a maple bourbon that somebody created and use it for the cheese and the cream cheese and the bacon and the sauce. They're not necessarily just going straight maple syrup, except maybe in the bread. Unless in the bread they're using maple bourbon and they just forgot the bourbon part of it when they were talking about the bread. But I'm assuming they would just use, like, instead of sugar in the recipe or part of the sugar in the for the recipe for the bread, they used maple syrup, like hopefully authentic maple syrup. So a couple thoughts to go along that.
Mm.
But in any case, I'm gonna buy it anyways.
Nice.
Nashville hot chicken. Looking for possible honorable mentions in this list. Nashville hot chicken mac and cheese pizza slice. That's carb loaded. Probably a little too much. Nothing. Oh, well, potato half and half Korean corn dog.
Mm.
Yeah, I think we talked about those 2-3 years ago, maybe.
Maybe
Um,
somewhere else, because apparently this is a new food. Chicken pickle ranch rocket on a stick. Looks okay, but not wow. Like, yeah, they don't have a lot of foods on this list. So, well, then they go on just to kind of list off some foods, but picture wise.
although it is funny to me. God bless the Iowa State Fair. They have a whole section, a document that is 5 pages dedicated on their website to things on a stick. Like, so these are the foods that people can go get and eat at the Iowa State Fair that are on a stick. So apparently this is a thing.
Something you can print out and take with you, or download the PDF to your phone if you want it. Although they could have just cracks me up.
As examples of this, we've got grilled shrimp on a stick, bacon pecan pie on a stick, BLT on a stick, breakfast sausage with waffle on a stick, a caprese salad on a stick, chicken bacon ranch waffle on a stick, corn brats, which are stadium apparently, on a stick, deep fried strawberry shortcake on a stick, double bacon balls, hot Cheetos mozzarella corn dogs. Like, it sounds to me like we're missing out on the thing that makes the Iowa State Fair the Iowa State Fair. And there are not just like really descriptions or pictures of these things, just a 5-page document listing where you can find these items.
And the list is only about like 4 1/4 pages, but you know, that quarter has to go on the 5th page.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they probably should have just listed it all on the site instead of like putting it into a PDF, because who's going to bring something paper to the state fair? They're just going to bring their phone. It's not worth putting into a PDF.
Right.
Although they say that they have an official state fair app. There's no link to it, but so maybe the app would have been a better thing to try out. I'm intrigued. I'm going to see if I can find the app as we're wrapping up. Because I'm all too curious to know if there are pictures and descriptions on the
when they have a link to the app
that are not on the
stores.
website. Interesting.
In any case, I'm going to move back to the regular stuff. We don't need to be in the foursome anymore. So here we are, folks.
So I will say that Indiana and Iowa weren't as exciting necessarily as our previous states.
Yeah, there was a lot more mess.
Sorry, I'm checking out their app. It's very interesting. Oh, wow. You got a whole like bunch of ways to filter and sort new food. Okay, so that gives me a map. But that doesn't really like give me pictures. Yeah. Oh, but all the prices are listed. That's interesting. Jada's funnel cakes. Funnel cake on a stick is $5. Funnel cake is $10. A funnel cake burger, which was not on the list, is $15.
Well,
Interesting.
that sounds interesting.
Well, it allows
Yeah,
people to make decisions to aware without having to actually like browse. Although I think most people are browsing. I don't think they're browsing on their phones necessarily.
I mean,
Because that's
could
part of the fun
be.
of the state fairs is maybe go find some highlights and then have some sort of destinations. But you also kind of want to just look around because especially with how much stuff and foods that are out there, it's you kind of have to decide what you're going to be looking for or just like wonder. And I think that's probably the best part of that discovery part, in my humble opinion.
Agreed. I don't know what an Iowa Twinkie is, but the Whatcha Smokin' barbecue joint that had the 3 little pigs, they've got one of those. They also have a pulled
Wow.
pork sandwich. They've also got a walking Frito pie with either brisket or pulled pork.
That sounds good.
Yeah, like, so I'm thinking, as much as we weren't necessarily, flipping our taste buds over the selections that they had as the new foods this year, it seems like, the Iowa
There might
State
be some
Fair
stuff,
could be a bit of a winner.
right?
And I mean, in all these state fairs, there's probably a lot of good food there, but not something for like highlights or new or exciting necessarily. It's a lot of your standards, and you know what? Standards is sometimes good. Sometimes you don't need to be too special. You don't need to be
Right.
too freaky about things. And like some of these, maybe it's something we're not quite interested in, but they still have something else that we might be interested in that's more not as out there. Or maybe it is out there. It's just they've been doing it for years, so it doesn't show up on these new food lists. So
Yeah. I'm just going to say this. The What's Your Cheese, who had the maple bacon bourbon grilled cheese sandwich that we were just discussing, I'm now thoroughly like disappointed because apparently they had a brisket bacon queso cheesy potato dish.
oh God.
Wow.
And I'm kind of mad that like that wasn't pictured and listed on the website because I'm really intrigued to know what that is now. Anyways,
Sounds delicious. Anyways, just the name of the place sounds delicious. But with all that, I'm sure we've made all of our listeners hungry. Possibly just for normal food, but still. Tell us if there's anything here. Are we wrong about something? Are we right about something? Let us know. You can do this in many ways. Wait,
Jeff,
Yeah.
hold on. You're like popping in and out, like as you're
yeah, your
talking.
mic is cutting in and out. I don't know what that's about.
Oh.
Thought it was just me at
Not
first.
seeing anything on my end, which is the important part. I'll just tune this down a little bit more, just for good measure. Of course,
Okay.
It's not going to change for you guys.
Okay.
I'm just changing it for the stream.
Okay.
Plus, you could go in and lower my mic in the app, in Discord. In any case, plenty of ways to contact us. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, what your opinions on this. What do you think of state fair foods? This is the last one for this year. So pop over to our website, comesoutloud.com. Shoot us a comment on the blog. Shoot us an email, comesoutloud@gmail.com. Leave us a voicemail, 361-SEAL. We'll talk. That's 361-265-8255. Comment on our social media outlets at Blue Sky, Facebook, Tumblr, and YouTube at Comes Out Loud, the appropriate place of the URL. Or you could join our Entourage chat on Telegram at bit.ly/telegram-COL. You can also find out when we're planning on recording these shows on our Google Calendar at bit.ly/calendar-COL. You get various accoutrements, such as made to be licked, paired, shared, something else I can't remember off the top of my head. Spooned and loved. Sure, or whatever the blanks say these days, because I've got a whole bunch of different ones for those. Or consent is my foreplay shirt in various different styles. Over on our Zazzle store at zazzle.com/cubsoutloud. You can, some of this designs were designed by Smash. You can find more of his work at tpublic.com/user/smashingthebear. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/cubsoutloud or send us a donation at paypal.me/cubsoutloud. Find us on the various podcasting platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, etc. And you can find me on the internet sometimes as Box Tech, Box Puppy, Box Cub, Box something or other. Damon?
If you wish to get in touch with me, you can find me as TheaterCub79. That's TheaterCub79 on like Tumblr or other bear-related sites. Find me as PupUmbra79 on Blue Sky. That's not safe for work. For the safe for work stuff, you want DMAGamer79 on Blue Sky and TikTok. Gary.
If you would like to get in touch with me, you can pretty much find me anywhere online as GareBear73.
And with that, I need to do a thing quickly here, which everybody can see I'm doing because I forgot that it pops up like that. Say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good one, y'all.